Right. We just in added time at the end of the first 45 minutes. First 45 minutes that have been dominated by Warri Wolves, even though Wiki Tourists have managed to knock in a goal just while we had a little bit of network disconnection here. But Okemute knocking in another set piece again to the edge of the six yard box. I keep wondering why the challenge from Wiki Tourists doesn't come in before it gets the keeper. Warri Wolves have profited from several of that in this competition. Beire smashes it back into wicked Tourist half of the pitch. But Tourists, they're still comfortable at 3-1, but maybe not as comfortable as they were. That should be the keeper's ball. And what's he doing? The ball was rolling through his penalty box. You would have thought the goalkeeper would simply pick it up. He decided to shepherd it out of play. And he had the dangerous Latif Yusuf locking around. Eventually, though, we've got to manage to do just that. But the player of Wiki Tourist is down on the top, just inside the center circle. We'll definitely let you know who that is in just a moment. It looks like he's really hot because he's got two members of the medical team looking at what is up with him. Maybe a case of some bleeding because I can see some dabbing going on as a couple of wiki players run down this near side to get some talking to from coach Abdul Makaba's assistants. The return of wiki tourists is also the return of one of the most seasoned managers in the MPFL, Abdul Makaba, who's formerly played, rather, who formerly coached Enyimba Faba and Kano Pilas. The player who is injured, by the way, was Haruna Aliyu. He has left the pitch by the far side, but he is okay to continue. Still getting some advice from the medical team. I guess that once they're done, he will be allowed back into the field of play. Latif Yusuf not wanting Wiki Tourist to take a free kick very quickly. He was the culprit in that. But I guess that's one man MPFL defenses will have to watch out for. Latif Yusuf, that's his name. 17, that's his number. He sure knows how to score, and he sure knows how to set them up. Warri Wolves trying to clear their lines, not successful so far. Yusuf Mohammed, sandwiched by two Wolves players, but he goes all the way back to Klingshak. Klingshak finding that man, Mansir Ibrahima, and they're looking for the run of Yusuf, but even if he had a Formula One vehicle, he would have struggled to get to that one. Pace on that pass was way too much from Mansur. Goal kick to be taken for Warri Wolves by that man, Joke Emeveda. Mansur. Well, what was Captain Yusuf Mohammed thinking there? He was nearly dispossessed in a dangerous area. telling his goalkeeper to calm down. I don't know if at 3-1 they can consider themselves to be back in the contest. It really did look completely one-sided until WIKKI pulled one back. 3-1 means they've got a sniff. Jude Bohan was thwarted in the center circle area, and he tried to recover possession, not working. The WIKKI player Wanderson was waiting for the pass to get to him, but Godwin Oham wasn't waiting. The speed star, Latif Yusuf, he's got a man on him. Two men actually, can he beat them? He decides to look for Okemute. Okemute finds a ball. The return pass was stopped by Yusuf. The jury, Monenma, with a wild clearance into touch for Warri Wolves now. Anywhere could do. 3-1 is a brilliant looking first half scoreline. They could have had more though. Had a free kick off the crossbar. But Warri WIKKI Tourists actually grew a little bit into the game in the last 10 minutes. 4 goals in the first half. Most likely a lot better than most of us right here expected. It is second game where we would have 4 goals in the first half. WIKKI Tourists were also involved in the first. That funny win over Yobe Desert Stars, where they scored all 4. Won't be long now. We have just about 2 minutes added at the end of the first. It's been a rip-roaring, very, very tension-soaked goal-filled first 45 here at the Stephen Keshi Stadium. Jude Bohan knocked to the ground. Free kick just inside their half to Warri Wolves. Okemute, the D. The header is from Ibunu. He rolled to goalkeeper Utum Gotswe. Never going to be any danger at all. Captain Innocent Urupe goes short. But he gives the ball away in a dangerous position. David Joseph will clear that one for Warri Wolves. Well, a foul as a Warri Wolves player hits the deck under challenge from that man, Mansur Ibrahima. 2 players going off for the ball, but it was deemed. He took a ride on the back of his Warri Wolves opponent. There was no time for that free kick because the referee has signaled with 3 long blasts at the end of the first 45 minutes here. And if you are conversant with how these 2 teams have played so far in this competition, you would say that Warri Wolves have maybe 2 hands and 1 leg on the trophy. But 3-1 is not unassailable in football. But you would rather want to be the leading team than the trailing team, which WIKKI Tourists are. But at the end of a very, very exciting first 45 minutes right here in the NNL Super 8 Playoff Final at the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba, it is Warri Wolves 3 and WIKKI Tourists of Bauchi 1. Take a little break and we will be back with our halftime analysis. Right, so you're still at the Stephen Keshi Stadium. We're still at the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba, and just witnessed a very exciting first half of the NNL Super 8 finals. Just finished just about a minute ago, and it's Warri Wolves who lead 3-1. I've still got Patrick Ngwogo with me um, here in the state box. Patrick, well, we thought it was going to be tighter than this, but from what we've seen, largely one-way traffic. Although I would say that Wiki Tourist grew into the game in the last. From what we know about football, that there's still some job to be done by what we will team that win it.
3-1, two goals, which you can score in the next 10 minutes. Warriors are really up their game this final. They are so determined to win. That is exactly what they are getting. They caught Wiki Tourist napping because of their style of play. Wiki will want to dominate you in the ball, holding the ball and walking the ball to the net. Why will you think their tactical pattern by ensuring that the ball is always played at the wicket tourist end? And the goals are coming because the pitch already is open and you can't play fantastic football here unless you take the ball to your opponent area. That's the major reason why they are losing tonight.
Okay, well, many Warri Wolves fans might disagree with you that they are leading because the pitch is not so good because they'll say the pitch is not good for the two teams. Despite that, uh, the goals we've seen, particularly from Wolves, have been fantastic, especially the first from Latif Yusuf, a player who, without doubt, in many people's minds now, should be considered for the player of the tournament. What do you have to say about the quality of the goals we've seen, despite the conditions of the pitch, and especially what do you have to say about Latif Yusuf?
Latif is a very fantastic player. From the first match he played, the day they lost to Crown, he was fantastic, but he was not fortunate on that day. Since then, he picked up his game. You will notice that the first goal he scored, he saw it led to the goal. Same thing is happening. Two other goals, he has a hand in them.
Or a leg?
Yeah, a hand or leg in them. And that is a fantastic player. Age-wise, I don't know. The under 23 should look at him. I don't know why the coach is one of the that can play even for the Chan Eagles. They should look at them and give them consideration. Not minding if they are playing in NNL. What we have seen, quality of players we've seen. There's one other boy in Osun United playing from the left back of the defense.
Okay. Um, We have to look ahead to the second half. Um, they finished the first half at least with a goal. They considered three. Yes, we know that. Do you think there's any chance at all? Is there anything? I mean, as an analyst, what do you think Makaba will be telling his boys now? And what do you think they can do to get back into this game? Yeah, they are back into the game, but they I mean, needing to score two goals and still stop Warri Wolves from scoring. That is a major challenge. Do you think they can get back to level terms in this game with the tourists?
You see, the pattern the Wiki boys are playing, they want to possess the game, walking the game to the opponent area. And that is what Wari Wolves fought on. Wari Wolves ensure that the game is played at the other end of the pitch. So for Mikaba to get a result out of this match, the game, he should move that game to the Wari Wolves side. Because this idea of walking from your defense to the opponent, yes, what possession is good, where you have a very good, but with this pitch I'm looking at, that pattern cannot fit. They have to change their pattern, show that okay, they can prove something second half, especially the lesson they start of mistakes they commit at the other end of the pitch.
And what does Warri Wolves need to do to keep the lead that they have?
I am sure Wari will score one more. Very sure.
What do you mean you're sure?
Yeah, the way they are playing, their business line.
What about Wiki?
Wiki is a jolly jolly team. They came here to enjoy themselves.
Read. I
Yeah.
thought they've got what they when they came.
Well, yes, what they came for is to ensure they qualified for MPF.
And they've done
So
that.
they've done that, and this one they are not too eager.
Is that not the same reason why Warri Wolves are here?
Wally Wolves, their business life,
Yeah.
looking at their deputy, looking at their deputy governor seated here for the first time for them and watching them play. There is no way Wally Wolves will lose here today. I'm telling you.
Well, I don't know when that became. Um,
They
is
are
that
more
is
motivated.
only that enough to make you win a game, or the fact that you're better
Motivational
tactically and
aspect.
technically?
Both
Are they, if they
both
win today, are they winning because the government is here, or because they had better
both
tactics?
technically and tactically they are better. The Wiki boys.
Okay, okay. So let's just talk about the other aspects of this. You are an NNLS fan. Does anything come to the team that wins the Super 8 playoffs? Apart from the trophy, is there any money?
I think yes. I think,
Is it specified or
I
it
think
changes?
there should be 10 million or something like that.
Okay.
Right. So I am not too sure, but there is something of that will be announced. There are prizes the best goalkeeper, your man that you have been looking for.
I'm not rooting for anyone. He's just
Uh,
doing great.
Latif Yusuf, I think he's been considered. He's among the shortlisted
Okay.
as the most valuable player.
Are there prices for those?
Yes, there are prizes.
Okay. Okay, so in a recent interaction I had with the chairman of the Nigerian National League, Mr. George Adwo, who is got to be said has really revitalized. And with this competition finishing today, today is the 12th. So if we have 22 days, with about 17 days we have, these teams have less than 40 days to give maybe these two teams or these four teams a little more time, maybe a week. Or you think they should just go ahead?
You have to go ahead. You won't shift the league because of the 40.
Okay.
Don't be surprised that the teams have completed their
Okay.
uh,
Okay, are you an advocate of these playoffs holding a little earlier?
Yeah.
You understand, like a few weeks after the end of
After
the
the
season.
end, I think this one should have come up all now. I think what happened was the Federation Cup final. So which an NNLT was involved with them to celebrate. It should come a little bit early. At least 2 weeks, 3 weeks after the NNL regular season. Please, the team should prepare for the new season.
Okay, and I just talk a little bit about, because this has been historic. Because the second half is that how how important is it to see teams so young make it to the MPFL for the first time? And let's not forget that private the MPFL for the first time. They are making it for the first time to that MPFL. How important is it to get stories like that happen through the NNL players?
I think we have to give kudos to both the proprietors of Kum Khalifa and Barao FC. They know what they want. One season in NLA, one season in NLA, and now they are there in the MPFL. That is what football is all about. They have the structure to go ahead, and gradually we are getting to where we want to be, where clubs will be privately owned and the hands of the government will be minimal, so that we can concentrate in the business aspect. Because the government hand has made many people not to venture into the game.